Senegalese presidential election. And guess what? Guess what, guys? There's been a change of leadership in Senegal, and the opposition has won the elections. Diomaye Faye, who was the candidate of the opposition, and all the opposition rallied around this candidate, has won the presidential election in Senegal. This is breaking news, guys. I'm telling you this. He has won the election with 56% of vote. Now, this is the first round, and it will be the only round because this candidate has managed to score more than 50% of the vote, and therefore there is no need for second round. So guys, this election was actually one of the most awaited election in Africa because Macky Sall, who's the outgoing president, has tried to confiscate the power. He has tried to intimidate the opposition. He's tried to postpone the elections. He's tried every single trick in the book. But guess what? He failed. And today, Senegal has proven to the world that they are an example to follow in Africa. Senegalese people are very much in control of their destiny and their future. Senegalese people are ready for change. Senegalese people fought for change. Senegalese people died for change. Senegalese people embrace the idea that change is possible and change is better. If you live in a system where you understand that whenever you don't like the leaders, what the leaders are doing, you can change and vote for another leader. The Senegalese example is very um, telling. I mean, in terms of strategy, a lot of the countries in Africa face the same problem as in Senegal. The opposition cannot unite to beat the incumbent president. In order to beat the incumbent president, the danger here in Senegal was for the opposition to allow this election to go to the second round. If the election goes to the second round, that's a done deal. You're out. The election goes to the second round, you're out. There is no doubt about it because there will be a sellout. There will be somebody who will be willing to sign a deal with the outgoing president in order to maintain him in power versus him receiving a um, significant kind of presence in the government. And this is what always happened. This is what always happened in Africa. So we can say this that Senegal has shown to the world that they can handle their business. And we salute the people of Senegal. We salute the opposition leaders in Senegal. We also salute the civil society because they play a crucial role in making sure that they will not tolerate any wrongdoing, that anyone who does not respect the Constitution will be called out and will be kicked out. And this is what happened to Macky Sall, who, by you know, by the stats that we can see and consult online, he's done a pretty good job in terms of infrastructure and development. However, where he failed is that he was very, very aggressive and very belligerent with the opposition parties and the opposition leaders, and he will often imprison these guys. He will often arrest and and send people to jail for no reason other than being opposed to his government or being opposed to his power. So this is going to be something that will retain a lot of people's attention as to what will happen in the future to Macky Sall and his party, because those that he fought for so many years, using every single trick in the book, twisting and turning the constitution, abusing the power that he had, using the justice system to hunt and shackle and arrest and torture his opposition leaders, he's gonna have to face the music now. So the time of reckoning has arrived for Macky Sall, the man who thought he was invincible, the man who had the backing of the Elysee Palace, the man who has become the best friend of Emmanuel Macron, the man who believed that the franc CFA, the currency, the colonial currency, is actually a very good currency for African countries and for Senegal. Pardon me. We should be very proud in Africa today, seeing what has happened there to Senegal. We should be very proud that once again an election has happened and that there is no fighting, there is no violence, there is no um, uh, animosity between the parties. We praise the the army and the police for respecting people's choice. We praise the the civil society and the religious leaders for their role in making sure that this transition was happening in a way that the constitution stated it clearly. And we now want to see what the new leaders of Senegal would propose in order to change. We already understand that Senegalese and Senegal will be first. For anything they do, they wanted to benefit Senegalese first before anything else. So if you haven't heard about the election in Senegal, well, the election did happen yesterday, the 24th of March. That was Sunday, and the election started at 7 o'clock and ended up at I believe 6 o'clock at night, and the, the the vote counting started straight away, and very early on during the night there were already some tendencies. There's already some early result exit polls, etc., making uh, Diomaye Faye the leading candidate in that race, and it's now being announced that he won the vote, although the count is not official, or the results are not yet official. But the Constitutional Court will move very fast on this one because there is a deadline. Just in case a second round would have been needed, that would have messed up everything, because at the beginning of April, I don't know whether it's the 3rd or the 4th of April, the Senegalese president has to oversee the national celebration day, and usually it's the new president, the new elected president, that will run that event. And that was one of the problem here, that Mr. Macky Sall wanted to run that event again, and therefore he was postponing this election so that he could run that event one more time. And the people said no. The people went massively to vote, and they kicked him out. And it's a shame that for somebody who has worked um, hard like this, that he ends his mandate on a very, very silly, but a very negative and a very catastrophic way, because he will forever be remembered as the president who tried to stay in power beyond his mandate, rather than the builder, rather than the one who brought a lot of development, road infrastructures, and other facilities that will help the Senegalese to improve their day-to-day life, like the metro, like the trains. He did all these. Of course, he had to go and lend money from the international community and stuff, but the infrastructure are there to stay, and the Senegalese people are going to benefit from it. He built stadium, he built road, he built schools, he built hospital. He did build all those things, and people are very, very happy and very proud of that achievement. However, what he did last is the worst thing he he has done in his career. People have died, people have been killed. Not Never before in Senegal so many people have been killed during someone's presidency, but in Macky Sall presidency there's been an unofficially over 100 dead people, officially less than 100 people dead. Now, how is this going to plan out? Is he going to face a trial for these dead people? That is more than likely. That is more than plausible. That is more than, how can I say, more plausible than not facing anything at all, because he was the one who was giving the orders to the police or to the army to go and shoot people, to go and torture people. So it'll be very interesting to see how the new president, Diomaye Faye, will handle this situation, knowing that he just came himself, he just came out of jail a couple of days ago. He just came out of jail a couple of days ago, and he understands how the people feel about this. He understands that people want justice for those people who died. They didn't have to die. They didn't need to die, and they were just exercises their freedom of speech, freedom of movement, and freedom of protest. They were just exercising their right, and they were shot dead. They were gassed. They were beaten to death. And here is uh, the result. The results state clearly that Mr. Macky Sall and his candidate Mamadou Ba have lost the elections, and it's now time to see a positive change that the opposition will bring, and we hope that everything goes smooth and that there is no, there's no fighting, there is no revenge, but justice. That there is justice, not revenge, but justice, because these two can be confusing. Whether the new president will come in and try and do exactly the way that Macky Sall was dealing with people, that is a no-no, because Macky Sall's party will now go into the opposition, and the opposition will now come into power. All you need to do, apply the constitution, let the justice system run itself. Let it be independent. Let it apply the law. Just like the Constitutional Court did by ruling, making this significant ruling, which allowed and led us to having this election today. We want to see more of that justice. People are in need of justice. People are desperate for justice. People are desperate for the truth. People are desperate for how would I say, the, to see justice work and to feel like justice has worked. So I hope the new president will know what to do, and he will have good advisors to help him. God bless Senegal and God bless the Senegalese people. Thank you for that lesson to the whole of Africa. We shall see you in the next video. Let us know in the comment section below what you think. Please like, share, and comment. That was Mr. D. from Top TV. See you later.